and welcome back. It's the early morning Sunday show. It's that half hour where I'm going to show you a record. I'm going to talk about it. I know, isn't that fun? I mean, wow. If you don't click off, maybe you'll like it. But yeah, well, once in a while I kind of go off track too. So yeah, we'll have that too. But cheers, welcome, or welcome back for a lot of you. Thank you. Happy Father's Day. I don't know if Father's Day a worldwide phenomenon. I mean, everyone in the world has fathers, so you would think everybody would want to celebrate Father's Day. My family goes, well, what do you want to do for Father's Day? And it's like, well, just leave me alone. How about that, huh? So, moms, they want to go out to eat. They want to do different things, flowers, stuff like that. Dads, why don't you just leave me alone, why don't you mow the yard for me? That'll be great. Yeah, mow the yard. That'll do it. So one of my oldest is coming in, and we're going out for a hike. It'll be 90's, be hot, but that'll be fun. That'll be good. It's nice, at least, I have my whole family around here, so, at least I'll probably be seeing all of them. So that'll be good. All right, well, I have no idea what I put on the opening. Generally, I try to get my openings thought about before I did that, but I hope you enjoyed the opening, whatever the hell it was. Yeah, and yeah, that's appropriate. I'd rather be at a record store. So this coming, is it this week? No, it's next week. I want to have a meet up with a couple, two different times, two different record stores. So meet up with some people. So I'm pretty excited about that. If you're in the Denver area and you ever just want to go out and hit a record store, let me know. I'm more than happy to try and do it if I can work it into my schedule now. Wintertime's really easy. Summertime, yeah, not so easy. Okay, let's begin. Let's show records, because I promised you I'd show you records. EP came out last year, Rain Parade. I really like this group. They're out of LA, formed in 81, broke up in 86, and reformed in 2012. Like so many groups, they said, you know what, why don't we just reform, because people want to hear what we did. And so they do. So this is 45 RPM, which I just love, because with the 45 RPM, I put it on, and I start to play it at 33 RPM. Oh crap, I have to change it. So I go up and I change it. Then I put on my next record, which is now at 45 RPM. And I go, oh crap, I have to change it. You would think I could just get it all figured out right away, but oh no. So yeah, we listen to records at different speeds around here. But Rain Parade, originally called Sidewalks. We had the moving sidewalks in the 60's. Their sidewalks didn't move. They were just sidewalks. What's big about this, they had probably one of the greatest Paisley Underground albums ever. And this is my original, and there's my extra from the flood. But yeah, Emergency Third Power Trip. This is probably one of the best Paisley Underground albums made. Well worth it if you see it. There's reissues out there, so you don't have to spend a lot for an original. I'm just like to spend a lot for an original, I guess. But wonderful, wonderful music. So they've been back out, so they're still making music. And it was formed by the Roback brothers, Dave and Steve Roback. And Steve Roback's still playing in the group. Dave Roback, though, he left. He might have left after that first album, maybe the second one. But he formed the group Opal, which became Mazzy Star. So, he had this career that kept going. But, hey, I don't know, Mazzy Star, did they ever get together anymore? I don't know. But, so this is Last Stop on the Underground. It is a 2024 EP. There's 4 songs. 3 of them are original. 1 is from 1984. No Easy Way Down, was it? No, I can't remember which one it is. Oh well, it doesn't really matter, does it? But there are 2 original members still in Rain Parade. The music on here, it's a very kind of a soft psychedelic vibe that kind of runs through the songs. It's really quite enjoyable. There's just this real gentleness to the music. They can't quite maybe hit the high notes like they used to, but it sounds real good. It took me a while to get this. I ordered it when it came out, and it took forever to come. So I was happy to get it. You know, I'm not a big on EPs, but certain groups I'm willing to. You know, you don't hear a lot of new music from the Rain Parade, so I thought, let me give it a shot. And it's very nice. Very, I said, gentle, soft, psychedelic. Call it that, okay? Rain Parade.
Away from where I came is a different day, but it's all the same. Got a message in my heart. Surprise, surprise. You don't have to hide. Stay with us till the end. You're always in my eyes. Before the dark goes bright.
I was surprised about this next album to see that it was finally released on vinyl. The Mavericks Trampoline. This is an album that I really loved. When it came out, I bought the CD of the Mavericks. It came out in 1998. And let's see, do we have anything? Oh, we got, there is a thing in here. Let's see what we got. Well, there you go. Okay, you want to see it's black vinyl? It's black vinyl. Okay, that's exciting. But this is, what the heck? Come on out of here. Come out of here. There we go. Oh, I crinkled it. Oh, Bear Family Records. Okay. Oh, there we have that. A little advertisement. 10-inch records, whatever. And so, I went to all that work for that, but good for them. Okay, Mavericks. Formed in Miami in 1989. Broke up in 00's, but reformed in 2011. Music, alt country, country rock. There's Tex-Mex, Americana, Latin, kind of all thrown in here. The main guy is Raul Malo, which Malo means bad. Raul's bad. Bad Raul. Kind of how it interprets. So, yeah, I was interested. But this is their 5th album that came out in 1998. This is the least country album probably put out by the Mavericks. And to me, this is by far the best. I loved the CD. I played it so darn much. It's a blend really of honky-tonk, rock, pop, and there's a big dollop of Latin just thrown into that recipe. That sounds incredible. The Tex-Mex feel on this, it just shines. And I love the sound of Tex-Mex. I just think it's wonderful. The Canadians really dug this album. This was big in Canada. I went to number 3 in Canada. Those in the UK and New Zealand, they went to number 10. So those countries embraced this. America, we bought it, but we didn't go gaga goo goo over it. But not like the Canadians did. So go Canada. Good taste on that. So of this, there's 13 songs. 12 of them were written by Mr. Raul Bad Malo. And this guy can sing. He has great vocals. It starts off with Dance the Night Away. And that was a big hit, I guess, in the UK. And it's just a beautiful Latin-flavored song. It makes you want to dance. And that's why it's Dance the Night Away. You just want to dance the night away when you hear this thing. It's quite good. Then it goes into Tell Me Why, which has a 70's soul R&B feel. Malo's voice just soars in that. He can really hit the notes. From there it goes on, I Should Know, where the Latin horns and steel guitars just come charging back in. Very exciting. Yeah, a song like Melbourne Mambo, where Malo, his Cuban roots really show up on that one. Sounds wonderful. Now, you do have a couple stinkers. One of them is Dolores. And Dolores just, I mean, it just sucks. It's like, oh, vaudeville. You know, remember the song the 60's? Because most of you are my age or whatever. Winchester Cathedral. Winchester Cathedral, you're putting me down, whatever. But the guy, they have the Rudy Valley kind of singing through a cone thing. When I was little, I thought Winchester Cathedral was just like, that was just so cool. Then I got older and I bought the album and go, this album sucks. And it's just like, God, how did I even like that? So yeah, Hurricane Smith was another album. I remember growing up, Hurricane Smith had a big song. Now I can't even remember it. Love that song. Ben, why don't you stand? Da, 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 da. Yeah, name that tune, huh? But I love that, but you know, I didn't have money. I couldn't buy the album as I was little. So I bought the album later on and go, this album sucks. Yeah, I had the things we listened to when we were little, and then they just don't work out. You know, the teenage years, the music seems to stick, but the stuff when we were really little, yeah, this doesn't go. So, yeah, the Mavericks. Really very excited to see that this had been released on vinyl. And I was able to get it from the Bear Family Records. It just came out this year. It was released. I have been looking for this to see check it. Have they released this on vinyl? Have they released this on vinyl? And they finally did this year. So one of my favorite reissues of this year. It's not as good as the Electric Six, which is the best reissue of the year. But this is going to rank right up there. Super excited.
And if she should tell you that she wants me back, tell her no, I gotta go. I just wanna dance the night away with Senorita Sweet and Sway before she goes and runs away with him. If you should see her, tell her I need her. Maybe then she'll come back to me.
Zamrock. That's kind of a nice intro. Zamrock is what we go into next. Nice reissue of Wings of Africa. And this is from the group Musi Otonya. Musi Otonya, which means, what is that? It means sound of thunder. No, smoke that thunder. Smoke that thunders. Which is what they called Victoria Falls, you know, which is one of the world's biggest waterfalls. Smoke that thunders. Musi Otomba, this album is considered the beginning of Zamrock. If you have to have a point to start, point A, this is where they say it starts. They did 2 albums, and they were both from 1975. I had the first one already, so now I have the second one. And there we go, label, it's black vinyl, and is there something? I don't think they gave me anything extra in here. Pretty sure not. Hey, where's my liner? Oh, that's where that white liner came from. All right, well, hey, I forgot my inner sleep. Okay, this again on this album, guitar is Ricky Ilanganga, who is one of the premier Zamrock guys. That's an original of his Zambia album. Phenomenal album. The original, of course, Snap Crackles Pops, so buy a reissue. But this is kind of a, you could say, an aggressive form of Afro-funk. The very first song, Wings of Africa, and by the way, there's only 6 songs, but they're extended. They go on for a bit, like a lot of the African music did. But the first one, Wings of Africa, has more traditional feel. Kind of it's about embracing your Africanness, which is what Fela Kuti had been singing about and doing now for a while. Then, at the very end of it, you hear the first kind of fuzz guitars happening. But then it goes into Dark Sunrise. That song, it's hard. It has these hard, tough guitars. It has a dark feel to it, and it really rocks. The guitars come out, and they start soloing. A lot of these songs, they have these long, harsh, acid rock type guitar solos going on. There's a clarinet type instrument in there that's happening, which it works. It works. And there are horns, which makes this Zamrock album different than a lot of other ones because they have the horns that were huge, for the Afro-funk. That was a big part of it. They were using it. Most of their Zamrock bands did not use horns. It takes a lot more people, let's face it. You got to add a horn section. But again, 6 songs. They have like extended instrumentals on there. And yeah, this it's just one you had to get if you're getting Zamrock. This is the beginning, and then things began to branch off from there. So really good example of beginning of Zamrock, Wings of Africa, Musio Tumya, name of the group. And so, yeah, they just had 2 albums. Now I got them both. So, okay. Awesome. Into something different from Record Store Day. See, I am keeping up with every week. I'm going to show something from Record Store Day where I bought too many albums. So by Christmas time, we will be, then I'll be starting on the Record Store Black Friday. So, well. Here we have Wire. Wire formed in London, 76 to 80. Reformed in 85, broke up in 92, and then we reformed again in 99 and still going. Wire is known for making one of the most important UK punk albums ever, as far as I'm concerned. This thing was so original. It just is like minimalistic punk. But it was unorthodox, their song structures and what they were doing. It's Pink Flag, and this is a beautiful original of that. Just an incredible album, their first debut album. It's mind-blowing to me. Well, since then, they have put out 16 more albums. I have a few of them, but I had Pink Flag, and that's the one that meant that I had to have. So, but this album collects the singles from the first 3 albums. The singles and some obscure tracks are thrown in there also. 9 7's. Music from Pink Flag. Then it's from Chair Missing, and then 154, I believe. There we go. There's the Lads. Okay. And anything special. Since it's a Record Store Day album, that means there's probably nothing special added in there, because Record Store Day is a special day for record collectors where we give you nothing extra in your freaking record. Because it's special. No, charge you more and give you less. But that's me griping and being crabby, so screw it. All right. This came out originally in 2018. 2018 came out in a little box set of 7 inches, 7-inch records. That now goes for starting price $151 if you want it. Wow. Because I thought, God, that would be cool. Then I let the price go, well, how cool is it? I'll just play this one because I don't have to get up and change them every freaking time. So, yeah, there we go. This one out. But this is, it's good. It's a great example of early wire, what they were doing, what was going on. And, yeah, I really enjoyed this. There's, you know, a number of things from Pink Flag is on here. So, yeah, wire. Did I call it wire? Was I calling them Pink Flag? I don't know. They don't matter. You get it. It says wire. So 97's recorded from 77 to 80. Cool stuff. I have a 12-inch kind of a, 12-inch single, which again, we call it the Harris Pilton effect. Harris Pilton out of the UK, he is Mr. 12-inch single. He has this effect on people where suddenly now they buy them, and because Harris Pilton loves them. And we do everything for Harris. And here we have the Liars. And it's the Liars with Stiv. And 3 songs. This came out in 1988. Liars, it's a garage rock band from Boston, formed in 79. They're still going. They just don't record much of anything. There's some live albums they've put out, but not a whole lot on recordings. Liars are formed by Jeff Conley after the breakup of DMZ. DMZ is a pretty cool Boston punk band. They have an album, and I was able to get one of those. Should have put it out to show it, but hey, they're well. On here, on the first side, there's just one, is Here's a Heart, and Stiv Batters, whatever, from the Dead Boys. Stiv from the Dead Boys sings on it and plays guitar. It has a real 60s type feel to it, really kind of different. Side 2 is just 2 songs. They're live in Holland. So you have a bunch of Holland people screaming and yelling, and you hear clomping of wooden shoes going on, like clogging and stuff. Well, maybe you don't hear it, but it would be cool. But so yeah, 3 songs, 2 live and 1 with Stiv on here, which, so I 12 inches of the Liars. I like the Liars a lot. Cool group, so got it. Finally, I know you're going, oh, finally, yay. We have a twofer. It's the Yardbirds. There we go, greatest hits. And Over, Under, Sideways, Down, which will begin with this. I had bought these at the Honey Hole when it was a Honey Hole, which the Honey Hole has dried up, so now it's just a nice record store. But this thing's in the original shrink. Look at that hype sticker. You can both stereo and mono. It sounds great. It just, you can play it on either. You don't have to switch it around. It sounds wonderful. It works on phonographs. Wow. From Epic. This is the American version of this. In UK, it was called Roger the Engineer. But here we call it this. And Yardbirds formed in 63, broke up in 68. They reformed in 92 and supposedly still play out there. I think there's one original band member left on there, one that maybe most people don't know. But I mean, was the interesting thing about Yardbirds is how many bands can say, in our band we had Eric Clapton, we had Jimmy Page, we had Jeff Beck. I mean, wow, that's pretty amazing to have that kind of guitar, that many guitars. 63, actually, they originally, what were they called? Blue Sounds. They changed the name to the Yardbirds. In '63, they were the backing band for Sonny Boy Williamson because of his love of blues that was sweeping through England. And then things began to change. Over, under, sideways, down. Again, this is the American version. Roger the Engineer, different. I used to have that one, but I just saw this in the shrink. So, and it was extreme clean. This thing, the guy took care of him. This record's in beautiful condition. So I picked it up. Am I a Yardbirds fan? Not really. I appreciate some of the stuff. And this album's kind of the reason why on here. I mean, it starts off with Lost Woman. Pretty good song, pretty good. It rocks. Jeff Beck, I think this is his first album, really goes. You have Jeff's Boogie. Jeff's Boogie kind of showed everyone, hey, Jeff Beck can take over for Eric Clapton. Yes, we say Eric's God, and Kendall, I know you're still preaching that. But for the most part, Beck came on and said, hey, look at what I can do. But then they go into the song Over, Under, Sideways, Down, and that's psychedelic. I mean, it just pure psychedelic with this real Middle Eastern tinge to it. No doubt it was mind-blowing at the time. People were going, wow, what is this? And it was just kind of a mix of this blues and psychedelic rock and just great riffs happening. And then the album sucks. There's some other good stuff on side 2, but we go into I Can't Make It Your Way, and followed by Farewell, which is just like, God, we have this cool psych sounds going, and then we get this where we got our vocals, we're mixing them together and stuff, and it's totally different from what was happening, and I just didn't get into that. The vibe, it just ruined the vibe to me of the whole thing. Then there was Hot House of Oh My Gosh Shed. Well, yeah, it was a hot house. The song was a hot mess as for me. Just didn't like it. And so, yeah, there's a few good songs. But overall, not really. But so they also had this here at the Honey Hole. And again, this was so clean. Nice on Epic. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's really, really nice. Hey, did this one have, I think this, oh yeah, this one also had the original inner sleeve on there. I mean, these are just so much fun to have as they have all the different things on there. Oh, Fever Tree Creation. You can buy that. Look at that. Big Black. More Fever Tree. So Neil Diamond. Oh, a lot of Neil Diamond to choose from. So you had that. Okay, so greatest hits, which is basically 13 minutes per side. So their hits were pretty fast, man. 2 minutes, bam, 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 2 minutes. So I think we did have New York City Blues that lasted for 4 minutes, and Smokestack Lightning lasted for 5 minutes. Otherwise, boom, boom, boom. Unlike one of my videos, these guys went fast. So, but, here you have that song, Over, Under, Sideways, Down. So it's on here. That was the one I liked on there. That's on here. So, Still I'm Sad For Your Love's on here. Oh, I'm a Man. It has what you need. This is what I need from the Yardbirds to satisfy me. But that everyone was in great shape. How can I bought it. That's my Yardbirds. All right, that's my albums for the week. It wasn't really a big eclectic mix this week. Well, I guess I had a variety of different things. So yeah, Wonderful. Don't forget, check out podcast. It's on Radio Wasteland, the channel, YouTube channel, Radio Wasteland, or you can find it on Spotify, iHeart, Facebook. But it's with Jim Gleason, two guys talking about records. So just key that in, two guys talking about records. Kind of going to get into music of the summer and, the influence of Brian Wilson, Sly Stone, and talk about that since they both passed one after another, but they're at 82. I looked at my wife and go, wow, they're 82. Does that mean I only got 16 more years and I'm dead? Whoa. The older you get, those things kind of hit you more. You go, huh? Oh my God. They weren't that young. They weren't that old. They're only 82. All right. Yeah. Okay. We've rambled. So have yourself a great week. Going to be hotter than Hades here. So super excited about it. And hiring a new person because I had someone quit last week, and I'm bringing someone in that may quit after I talk to them. So we'll see how we'll see how work goes. Bye, everyone.